Oh my God, you are going to feel such an urge in order to manifest something, my gorgeous Cancer, at the beginning of this week. You are gonna have this urge like never before. So this urge that you are going to have, it's all going to be about you wanting to manifest something so much, so badly. And before the beginning of this week, there are certain things that you've kind of been through, there are certain things that you've gone through, there are certain things that came to an end, which just kind of like did prepare you to this very important stage of your life. But also you are gonna be reminded of something that you've seen, something that you came across, and it just inspired you, oh my God, to the point that you couldn't stop thinking about it for ages, and then poof, it all disappeared. It's all gone, it all disappeared, meaning you kind of forgot about it. You didn't, there were other things you had to deal with, and now you are going to kind of be reminded of what you were inspired by right at the beginning of this week. So this, you wanting to manifest something, it's not like just out of the blue, like, oh yeah, I just want to manifest this, yeah baby, let's go. No baby, no, it's like more about you kind of being reminded prior to that moment in time of something that you've seen and you came across, and it inspired you so much, and it seemed like you forgot about it, and now you're going to be reminded of this right at the beginning of this week, what you've previously came across. So now suddenly you're going to be reminded of this at the beginning of this week. You're going to have this strong urge to manifest this. And let me tell you something. It's important to mention that this is the right thing for you to do. You will feel this in your soul. You will feel this in your spirit. You will know that this is a lot to do with your spiritual journey, and it's a lot to do with your life purpose. And that's why things like this are going to keep on popping up and popping back into our lives until we actually take a notice of it. And we can only properly take a notice of it when the time is right. And now for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, most importantly, the time is right. So this manifestation that you will want to do, this manifestation process that you will want to start, this particular thing that you will want to manifest so badly, at the same time you need to understand that this is actually your sign in itself, that you are going to be able to do this very, very successfully. This is going to change every single aspect of your life, slowly but surely. But most importantly, things are gonna kind of speed up, like at the time when you least expect. This is gonna bring such an amazing progress and process into your life. And at the same time, as soon as you become aware of this manifestation, this is a really, really ridiculously wise choice. You're also going to have a very interesting sign. And that sign is going to kind of direct you, or that sign is going to make you aware of roughly how long is something going to take, you will see. And that sign is also yet again going to make you aware of that you are doing the right thing. This is almost like as if I'm talking about the moment of justice here. This is very strongly connected to justice. And when something is so strongly connected to justice, it also means that, this is your karmic reward for everything negative or bad or uncertain that you have been through over the last few years indeed. So this is going to be big. And at around the same time, you need to pay attention to some kind of advice that you are going to hear. Some kind of advice someone is going to say to someone else, and somehow you are going to benefit from it because you're going to hear it. And yet again, through the power of synchronicity, you will be able to apply it onto your life as well. So at the time when you become aware of this wise choice, that sign, and at the time when you become aware of you wanting to manifest something so badly, just pay attention to this as well. And this is going to reflect on your finances, on your financial situation. And it's like almost as if, on one hand you couldn't do for a while what you wanted to do, because you were worrying about it, so this affected you emotionally. But also, this is also what I want to say, that this is really going to reflect pretty much so on your own happiness, because it's to do with your life purpose, but your financial situation is going to benefit from it like there is no tomorrow. You are going to need to understand that there is some kind of collaboration that you're gonna need to like kind of like really become a part of, like maybe for a while working with a group of people, some kind of collaboration, you know, is going to indeed have some kind of connection to this. But you also need to understand that this collaboration that is going to have a connection to this, something like almost as if you're gonna be worrying about it, but no baby, no, this collaboration, it's actually going to be so beneficial for you, because it's going to bring an amazing accomplishment. And also once you start this process of collaboration, you're also going to kind of realize certain aspects about yourself that are going to be very, very interesting indeed, especially when it comes to you knowing which kind of step do you need to make at this moment in time that you wouldn't kind of know before, or that you didn't realize before. So you will understand in the process of development what would be the best thing for you to do, which is indeed going to surprise you, but in the best possible way, because my God, this is going to lead towards something absolutely mind blowing. You need to understand that this is again the second stage of like a really mind-blowing confirmation about that manifestation. What this manifestation is actually going to do, it's like, oh my God, you want to manifest one thing, but now you're going to realize how everything is literally connected. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's basically you are really going to find yourself, not that you're going to find yourself, but you are really going to, you need to understand that you have to prepare yourself here for something. You're going to have to prepare yourself here for something. So it's all about you wanting to prepare yourself for something, purely because now what is going to surprise you, it's like some kind of a backup that you're going to have at around the midweek. You are going to have a backup on what you're going to try to do and what you're going to be working on, you know, at around the midweek, from someone who like really is going to surprise you. And this backup, it's going to mean to you so much, because by you having this backup for what you are doing, at the same time, this is really going to make you feel so good about yourself, and you will know that you are doing the right thing as well. So this is going to surprise you, but this backup that you're going to have, it's like pretty much, so this is to do with what was happening at around the beginning of this week when it comes to that manifestation, when it comes to you deciding to manifest something. So at around the midweek, you are really kind of going to you're going to start preparing yourself for things starting to happen much sooner, much earlier, because you are going to have this backup which is going to surprise you. And this backup is going to mean to you so much. And this could be absolutely anybody. It could be anybody, somebody in your life, or it could be somebody at your work. But however, you are going to feel so much stronger, because you know, now suddenly you're going to have all this kind of self-esteem and confidence and optimism that it's going to come to you just because somebody decided to back you up. So it's to do with someone very powerful, someone very significant in your life, but also at the same time you will know that now you're starting the process of like, you know, moving on with your life. And even more so, somebody is a little bit going to be like kind of rude to you at around the midweek as well. And that person being rude to you at around the midweek, it's only going to remind you how much you actually want to remove yourself from the current things that you are going through life, because you wanted to kind of make the certain changes, but you are just kind of, so far you have been just talking about them, you didn't say anything. So this is why this is going to be so important indeed, because you're going to be able to kind of start moving on with your life here. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you are actually going to have, like, you know, you are going to find yourself being so indecisive here, like, oh my God, you're going to find yourself being so indecisive. Something is just going to be on your mind, and you're not going to stop thinking. You're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. But it's about you like being so, oh my God, do I do this or do I do that? Do I do this or do I do that? Do I do this or do I do that? You see, it's always when we get to the world of overanalyzing, it's never good for us, okay? But what I want to say to you, when you find yourself being so indecisive at the end of the week, you need to follow your emotions, you need to follow your feelings. It's a lot about your emotions. It's a lot about your feelings. It's a lot about you instantly knowing what is the right thing for you. So why are you getting into the stage of being indecisive so much? So when it comes to you being indecisive, you've got two choices. The choice number one is something that hasn't been working in your life for so long and you need to move on. Something that hasn't been working in your life for exactly 9 months and you need to move on. Or you are just gonna, and it's something that hasn't been working in your life for the last 9 months, and something that as soon as you think about it, you go down, you go negative, you go sad, you go uncertain. Oh my God, it affects your vibration immediately. Or when it comes to this indecisiveness, do you pay attention to the other thing that you can actually do? Follow your emotions. The other way is to go. The other path is the path of you. Follow your emotions. Follow what instantly elevates you. Follow what instantly makes you feel good about yourself. Follow what instantly raises your spirit to the point where you feel so good about yourself and so optimistic about what's to come, rather than keep on working on things that are no longer serving us and that are that we should really kind of leave behind. You need to understand, when you find yourself indecisive, by you following your emotions, but you following what you know is the right thing to do, this is going to bring an amazing celebration into your life already in April 2023. Already in April 2023, you are going to have a huge reason to celebrate. Why? Because you've decided to go for the option which is directly going to help you to nurture your life, nurture your spirit, nurture your soul, nurture your body. This is why you are already going to have a reason for celebration in as little time as the actual April, because you did the right thing right now. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.